Good morning. My name is Brian Sheridan. I'm here in Coral Springs, Florida. Current time is 10:07 a.m. I'm a IRS income tax preparer. Been one for well over a year, but I've been in the accounting and finance industry about 4 or 5 years prior to that. I'm very good at what I do. I'm proficient in filing individual income taxes. I know all about offsetting tax liabilities. I know all about getting tax rebates. I know how you can gift money to family members and friends. I know how you can roll over losses, you can write off business losses. And most importantly, I stay in tuned with the IRS and continue education on the Internal Revenue Codes. I have direct access to the Internal Revenue Service. I can speak to the Collections Department. I can speak to the Taxpayers Advocate Office. I can speak directly to the Income Verification. I can speak directly to customer service. I know all the ins and outs. I know how to bypass, and I know how to get a live person on the phone. You're not going to be on the line for 3 hours. Because if you call the regular IRS toll free number, you'll be online for hours, and you get discouraged or the call drops. Not me. I'm direct. I know how to make it work. I also do estate planning. I know all about getting immediate income tax deductions. I know all about rollovers. I know all about saving money. I want to make sure that the IRS does not knock on your door, you're not getting audited. Now, a lot of my clients that have done income tax preparation services for, none of them have been audited. I've either gotten them back an average return of two, three, four, $5,000. I myself have done my own taxes, and I've done it. I've gotten a total of $30,000 in tax refunds from 2016 all the way to 2022. Most important thing is when you're filing your income taxes is you do it electronically. You really don't want to do paper filings. Paper filings, they could take a long time. The IRS gets a huge backlog and it could take a long time. The IRS will notify you by mail. They'll send a correspondence and they'll have a code and they'll have a direct number and then you can get on the line with them. Or you can have someone like me who has direct access so you're not going to be on hold forever. The most important thing to always remember when you're dealing with the IRS is you have to be very transparent. And I'm very transparent. I'm a paper person. I'm a transparent paper person, and I adhere to compliance. The codes and the standard deductions, the itemized deductions, they change every year. You can gift money. It's an annual cash tax exclusion. You can gift like up to over $19,200 this coming year. It could be double that if you're married. If you're filing single or married, you can do that. That means neither the donor or the recipient of that, the donor or the recipient, are going to be taxed on that. You can do it as many times as you want. It's permissible. The Internal Revenue Service lets you do that. It's the annual cash gift exclusion. There's a lot of ways you can gift money. There's a lot of ways that you can ask the IRS for help. If you do end up owing the IRS money, the tax rebates or the tax deductions can help reduce that, or they get deducted out of your refunds. This year, the Internal Revenue Service, anybody who gets approved for a refund, because like I said before, they have to be approved. Any itemized or standard deductions, they have to be approved by the IRS income verification. But once they do that, the funds, the tax refund gets deposited on a card or it's an ACH deposit directly into your account. There's no paper checks that are going to be issued anymore. And the reason why there's no paper checks is a lot of individuals, a lot of taxpayers, when they got refunds, they'd lose it, misplace it, or there was fraud perpetrated on them. So IRS discontinued that. They're going to be just doing ACH direct deposits in the accounts, or there's a debit card you can put on there. So no one's going to be getting any paper checks. So don't look for any paper checks in your mailbox. The P10, the personal tax identification number application I stay in compliance with it. I renewed it. I'm allowed to file individual tax returns. I can prepare individual tax returns. I can do your 1040. I can do your itemizations of your business tax deductions. It's always good to itemize, or I could do standard deductions. If you have any gambling winnings, I can work with your gambling winnings, get your W-2 G statement if you have made any money doing gambling. I can help if you have children, get tax credits. The IRS is allowing up to $2,200 per child if you have a minor dependent living in your household. You can get tax credits. There's a lot of things we can do. The IRS, you just have to know where to look for it. A lot of my clients, if you end up owing money, you can do two extensions. You can file an initial extension, and you can try to pay them back on time, and you have to pay roughly about 17% interest on the owed tax revenues. And then if that time elapses and you still owe, you can either settle out in full, or you can basically do another extension. So the IRS allows you to do two extensions. They have the Taxpayer Advocate Service. The Taxpayer Advocate Service, very valuable service. It's very beneficial to you. They will work with you. If you feel there was an error made in your income taxes, if you feel there's something you need help with, you can get assigned an advocate, and the advocate will work with you. They work with you. They're very thorough. They have a local advocate service. You can even go and meet them, but they will thoroughly fight for you. If you feel the IRS did something that you don't agree with, there's a dispute, they'll work with you. The Internal Revenue Service does work with individuals that owe taxes. Like I said, you can have tax deductions that can help offset the liability. You can get tax rebates that you get approved for, and you get that can, be deducted. Any tax revenue that can be deducted. But right now, if you're looking for an efficient IRS tax preparer, consider me, Brian Sheridan with Strategic Trust Consultants LLC, out of South Florida. I also do estate planning. If you need your assets protected, need a will, you need a trust, you want to bequest assets to your family and your loved ones, you want to do planning for the future, I'm certified. And I also do notaries too. If you're here local and you need a notary in your bank, or your independent notary is not available, I do notaries, I do Notary X, but I do tax returns. And January 15th, the IRS is going to open, and they're going to start receiving tax returns. So give me a call at 754-366-8316. Current time is 10:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in South Florida in the United States. And you can check our website out, www.strategictrustconsultants.com. You can shoot me an email with any questions. I can give you a 1-hour consultation on the estate planning, and I can usually give you about 20 minutes on the tax returns. I charge a flat fee of $300. It's worth it. You get analysis. We go through everything. I'll tell you how we can work, and it's $50 any additional time. But you can shoot me an email at brian@strategictrustconsultants.com. So once again, the phone number is area code 754-366-8316. Our website is www.strategictrustconsultants.com. My email address is brian@strategictrustconsultants.com. Any questions? You need your income taxes done? You need any estate planning services done? You're local and you need notary services done? Consider Strategic Trust Consultants. I'm your man. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.